Welcome to Green Ball Extra, and today we've got Kevin O'Brien. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you, Craig.
Now, an Irish cricket fan just has to say Bangalore. It means so much. 10 years on, what does Bangalore mean to you and personally and for Irish cricket?
Yeah, I think it's obviously a very proud moment for me as an individual, and to look back 10 years on, and look back with obviously a lot of pride and satisfaction. Probably every emotion under the sun. So yeah, it's good to have, and it's obviously still in the record books for another few years as well.
And it's 10 years since that record in 2011. Given the noticeable acceleration of scoring rates over the last decade, are you surprised the record still stands? And does that actually add to the luster of the award, the record over the years?
Yeah, I am actually, to be honest. Especially, the 2015 World Cup. I thought with the fielding restrictions imposed against the bowling team, I thought if there was a chance that it's going to be broken, it most likely be there, and it almost was by AB de Villiers, I think 50, or Glenn Maxwell 51 balls, and I think de Villiers 52. So so and then 2019 World Cup, I thought again, potentially with the way teams were scoring in the lead up to the tournament, that it could go, but potentially the next one, being in India 2023, it could be knocked off.
Now, casting your mind back to that fateful night 10 years ago, it's 111 for 5. Alex Cusack walks to the crease to join you. What did you say to each other at that stage?
Not much, to be honest. Just a bit, kind of, we can take our chance, really. Just have a bit of fun, try and have a bit of fun with what we've got left. So, that's pretty much what we did for the first kind of 25, 30 minutes, chanced our arm. And, got a few away, a few off the middle, and, kind of got a bit of the momentum back from the England bowlers. So, yeah, it was just, we were just having a bit of fun, really. We didn't say too much. We just kind of said, keep going and keep being aggressive, keep playing our shots. And, if we lose by 100 runs or 120 runs, it doesn't really matter. At least we're trying to win the game rather than just tap the ball around for a couple of hours and lose with a respectable score on the board.
The TV footage and the highlights show you being very calm under the helmet there. Was it a calm experience? Was it indeed having fun, or were you in the zone and just everything was passing you by?
Yeah. I don't really know if if I really believe in this zone that people talk about. I remember everything about the game and that type of thing, and we were just having fun, and we got a little bit of luck. Balls dropped over fielders, dropped short of fielders, edges went past keeper and stuff like that. So we just we just chanced our arm really for the initial part, and then once we took the momentum from the England bowlers, we kind of realized, if we continue going the way we're going, we've got a great chance of winning the game. So once we took the power play, the batting power play, and really got the momentum for the innings, we didn't let it go after that.
And what was the feeling like when that ball was stroked away for the century?
Yeah, just jubilation, really. I knew I was going to come back for two. I recognised the fielder was James Treadwell, and no disrespect to him, he's probably wouldn't have the strongest arm in the English squad at the time, and obviously he's not one of the quickest fielders either. So so once I knew he was running to field the ball, and once I turned to come back for the second, I knew that I was going to make the second run quite easily. So yeah, just a bit of relief, just every emotion you can imagine, really. And then just to look up into the crowd and up to the balcony and see all the teammates and all the lads going mental, really. And it was a short-lived celebration, really, because 10 seconds later, I've got to face the next ball and realize that the job was only half done, because we still needed to get another 50 odd 60 runs, whatever it was.
The short-lived celebration, but you gave us an iconic image of the aeroplane celebration. Is that just a spontaneous emotion? Was that?
Yeah, just absolutely off the cuff, really, and probably took that into my bowling celebrations for a few years afterwards. So wheeling away in delight when I get a wicket or since that day. But yeah, that was just a spur of the moment thing. I didn't think of anything before the game or anything.
Very good. on 113, of course, you were run out. At that stage, were you feeling relieved? Was it nervous that the colleagues, the lads, could do the job? What was the feeling?
Yeah, but obviously disappointment initially. You know, I knew I was out the minute Pryor took the bails off, and you know the slow walk back to the change room. You know, trying to take it all in as well on the walk back, and you know, with needing, I think we needed 13 to win or something like that. I a lot of confidence in Trent and John to knock the runs off, and if they couldn't, you know, George was in next. So you know, we still had a bit of batting left, and it was important that you know myself and Mooners took the score down as close as we could to the England total to leave as little as room as possible for Trent and George to come out and get the runs. So yeah, once it was down, you know, below kind of 15 or 20 with you know 2 or 3 overs to go, I knew that we'd go on and win.
And finally, another World Cup appearance, hopefully this year in the T20 format. What have you learnt in the last 10 years that maybe the 2011 Kevin O'Brien could have benefited from knowing?
Yeah, probably. I suppose you know trying to deal a little bit better with the kind of stardom or you know the success really. Because after that England game, you know, if I look back and being honest, I probably didn't have a you know didn't really have a great tournament apart from you know the first or second game. So yeah, that would be one thing is trying to kind of restart. You know, the next match you're starting again on zero, and Dad always tells me that you know you're only as good as your next innings. So that's one thing that you know I've tried to implement going forward, and since that day is to try and start every game. You know the way that you know you should do, and you know every innings you're on zero, so you've got to concentrate from ball one.
That's very universal dad advice. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Craig. Cheers.